Good morning. How are we doing? So, if you are coming in live, give me a hello. If not, if you're on replay, drop a replay below. Just had some morning sessions outside and a few conversations today, actually, regarding scales. So I just wanted to jump on and talk about the scales actually today. You know, that moment, we've all had it where we're like, look what the scales say today, and I've been good all week, had a good day, and look at the scales today. Now, I want to touch on this in a bit more detail. I don't think enough is talked about this, and we know they fluctuate, but I guess with the pressure and the goal of weight loss, we sometimes identify our success or failure on the scales, which is real a shame. Hey Lou, which is really a shame because there's so much more to it. Like the benefits of losing weight, the things that you do to lose weight are often beneficial independent of weight loss, quite often. Now, that's not to say that the scales are not important, and they are a good measure, but fluctuations are normal. So for example, number one I want to touch on is fluctuating between 2 and 4 pounds is very normal, more so for women than men as well. And number one, just consider that. So if you're weighing yourself once a week, number one, just make sure you're doing it consistent time. So first thing in the morning, before eating or drinking, after using the loo. Keep that quite consistent, would be my advice to you there. Now, number two would be, if you are someone who doesn't like what the scale says, this is going to sound odd. I'd even recommend weighing yourself like once every 3 months and just focusing on the habits, the things that you know you need to do to get the results you want. Or two, this is going to sound odd, but people are different. Weighing yourself actually daily and adding them all up over the week. So you have 7 weights, add them all up, divide them by 7. This gives you an average across the week, which then helps you deal with fluctuations. Oh, you know what? I put on 3 pounds today, but tomorrow I'll lose 3 pounds. Up, down, up, down. Because then I want to touch on number 3, is that if we think about it, it's often our reaction, our response to the scales to the issue, rather than the actual scales themselves, right? So it's often our response to it rather than the actual issue themselves. So let's say we put on 2 pounds on a scale. Our goal is to lose weight, right? So our goal is to lose weight. Let's say the goal is to lose weight. Good morning.
Morning.
So our goal is to lose weight. Let's say we want to lose, say, 2 pounds this week. If we haven't lost weight, then we go into the space of, I might as well it's not working, I might as well give up. I might as well binge eat. I might as well comfort eat. And what we're saying there is, if we don't lose weight, we're going to gain weight. That's kind of what we've committed to subconsciously, which is interesting from a psychological point of view, right? So my goal is to lose weight, but if I don't lose weight, I'm going to gain weight. That's kind of what our actions are telling us. And if you ever want to know what you're prioritizing right now, look at what your actions are, and they'll tell you what you're prioritizing right now. Now let's go on to the physiological part of this now. So the physiological part of this, if you eat carbohydrates, for example, they're not turning you into fat or anything before you think I'm going to say that. But for every gram of carbohydrate, you store 4 grams of water. So if you had slightly more carby meal the night before, you might wake up and be slightly heavier. Fiber, great nutrition, slows down your digestion, good for gut health. But also because it's good for gut health, because it's lower GI, slows your glucose spike, if you like, helps your blood sugar levels. The result of that is, as you actually eat it, it actually will stay in your system for longer because it's harder to break down. Think of the roughage. The result of that is you might be a bit heavier in the morning because your body's having to work a little bit harder to digest it. You've got more food in your gut. So that's another thing to consider with that. So already those two things, they're good intentions. And then you throw in the water. Hey Margaret, throw in the water as well. Let's say you've drank a bit more water than normal. You ate later the night before. All of these things coming into it. And then we go back to our reaction. So you consider all these things. Then what's our reaction behind it? Is it now that we put on weight or we didn't lose enough? And then I want you to ask the question, what would be enough weight to lose in a week? And I say that because often I get people say, I've only lost, the scales just start moving. How much do you lose? 2 pounds. Well, that's how much do you want to lose a week? 8 pounds, And when we go back to it, okay, when you ask the question, when did you lose 8 pounds? When did you lose 10 pounds in a week? It's probably when you had a stomach bug, or you did some fast, or you went on some retreat where you just drank water. And I can pretty much guarantee that, did that stay off? Did you keep that up? Probably not. But yet we want to achieve that fast weekly weight loss, but we also want it to be sustainable. And then we've got to look at our expectations. can we change our expectations to make sure they're matching with our reality of what we actually want? What's our main goal here? What's the rush? Is my social life important? Do I want that balance right? And if I lost £1 a week on average, would I be happy with being £52 lighter in a year? Who knows? So anyway, I hope that helps. Any questions on that, let me know, and have an awesome day. Take care.